Is your brand just blending into the noise of like fitspo and recipe posts? Because in an industry where everyone's saying it depends, and in some case it does, having a real opinion isn't just bold, it is necessary in 2025. So by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly why your bold opinions matter, how to share them without feeling terrified, and I'm giving you 3 quick little plug and play prompts you can use this week to start just showing up more boldly. Because let's be real, the industry is crowded. And you know what most people are doing to stand out? Nothing. They're all doing the exact same thing. The same what I eat in a day post, the same 5 recipe swap post, the same before and after photos. And we all know there is a massive amount of garbage advice floating around in the fitness and nutrition space. So when we stay quiet because we're afraid of ruffling feathers, we're basically giving those harmful messages our stamp of approval. So how do you figure out what exactly to take a stand on? First, what makes you angry in your industry or your niche? What do you find yourself ranting about to your friends? You know, those conversations where you catch yourself saying, I can't believe people still think ... What questions do you wish your clients would stop asking? Because those questions are coming from somewhere, and that somewhere is probably what you need to speak out against. And I know you're like, but what if I lose followers? What if someone argues with me? What if I'm wrong? And I want to tackle these. Losing followers who don't align with your values, that's not a loss. That's just a filter. It's just like when people unsubscribe from our email list. They weren't your ideal clients. And someone who argues, it's more engagement for the algorithm. And if it's something you really believe in, you have the knowledge to back it up. It's just Instagram comments. They're not going to be asking for a thesis on the thought you shared. If you're worried about being wrong, I know you do your research, and we know that research changes. Science changes, we get new developments, we get smarter. So if you're wrong or things change, you learn, you adjust, and you share that journey, because transparency builds trust. Now, I'm going to give you those prompts I was talking about. So pull out your notes app in your phone. Obviously, like tweak this to fit your voice. But first, I have a caption template. The fitness or nutrition myth that needs to die. And then you insert the myth here. Here's why it's garbage, and then list, like 2 or 3 points and what you should do instead. And then that's where you kind of list out your approach. So for example, you could do this on the no pain, no gain way of thinking. Or maybe you think burpees need to be tossed out the window. Maybe you think protein is overrated, whatever it is. So that's the first one. The next one, I'm going to do an email prompt. So the subject line could be something like the truth nobody is talking about when it comes to, and then insert topic. Example, the truth about protein shakes that nobody's talking about. And then in the email, you open with a story about a client who's confused about this topic. You drop your truth, the research you know. You back it up with your experience, the knowledge. Give them one simple action step. And then that's it. And finally, I want to give you a Threads prompt. If you're not on Threads, which I highly recommend, I love it, just use this for like another social media post, or you can make it longer for a second email. Really, this could kind of go anywhere. Start with unpopular opinion, and then just let it go. Just follow it with whatever you feel like your unpopular opinion is. But also give some actionable advice to actually help people who are reading it. So, for example, unpopular opinion, your clean eating obsession is actually disordered eating in disguise. And then a thread on what healthy eating actually looks like. And then go into whatever it is that you recommend. Now, here's the thing about these opinions. They do need to be backed by a brand that walks the talk. So I want to help you do a quick brand check also. So think about your website or your Instagram. If you're still on your phone, you can pull up your Instagram right now. Does your messaging match your mission? Like if you're all about fighting diet culture, but your website still talks about getting lean, we have a problem. We need to tweak some messaging. And again, it's not about being controversial or mean. It's about being honest. It's about actually helping people. It's about creating change in an industry that needs some help. Because every time you water down your message because you're scared of pushback, someone out there who needs to hear the actual truth is missing out. And if your brand you feel like is not ready to support your bold opinions, maybe it's time for a rebrand. Maybe you need a full messaging makeover to really step into that next iteration of your business. I just want you to remember, though, that your opinion might be the exact thing that someone needs to hear today to break free from toxic fitness or diet culture. I would love to hear what your really bold opinion is. If you want, you can share it down in the comments below. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see y'all in the next video.